So hello friends, so how are you? I hope you are doing well. So in this video we will discuss about how to use a method inside the objects, okay? Or you can say how to use the functions using objects, okay? So in the previous videos and we have discussed what is the function, okay? And what is the syntax, okay, how to use that syntax, okay, how many types of functions we can use, okay, without parameterized function, with parameterized function, without return type, with return type. After that there is you can say named function, that is a term we can you can create, we can use anonymous function, we can use self invoke function, okay. So in that previous videos we have already discussed, okay. So there are 2 points, okay. Here there is a objects and functions, efficiency and functions, okay. There are two topics, okay. These two topics, these two topics is very important, okay. The two topics, objects and function, is the very important if you are learning in the JavaScript, okay. In the JavaScript, if you don't aware about the objects, okay, and you only uh, know about you only know about the theoretical part, what is objects, okay, what is a function, okay. So that is not enough, okay. That is not enough. You need to understand what does it exactly functions and objects, okay. What kinds of use of the object, what kinds of use of the function, okay. And without two objects and function, we cannot say we cannot work. You means no one can say that you are perfect in coding, you know about the coding, okay. So you need to understand that objects and functions, okay. Because object and functions, whatever you have learned, variable declaration, for loop, for in loop, for off loop, while loop, do while loop, and object, array, operators, whatever you have learned, okay, that all things we need to use using objects and inside the function, okay. So that is the very important points, okay. So we have already discussed in any videos what is the object, how many ways we can create objects. So there are two types. So basically we use a object constructor, okay, like that. Let x y z variable, okay, and new, and then object object, okay, and here we define values like name, colon, Ramlal ji, Ramlal ji, okay. So that you can use console console dot log, okay, print xyz, okay, and let's run. So you can see output here Ramlal ji, okay. That what value is storing. Or we can remove the object constructor values here, and you can add xyz is equal to xyz dot name is equals to ramlal ramlal ji, okay. And then let's run. So you can see here name is equal to ramlal ji, whatever the value. So that is the object constructor we are using. Or we can pass the values inside the constructor. Means you can say you are using parameterized constructor, or you can use without parameterized constructor, and then you can define the attribute or property, you can say. Or there are second way with this is the object constructor. Okay, and without object abstract constructor, how to use it? Let x y z. Okay, let x y z. this is the this is the object constructor. Okay, to use to create the object. Okay, and without object constructor, how to use? Like you can define here name colon here array mlal G Ramlal ji. Okay, and color color, you can say black black. Okay, and then now let's print here. So you can see here xyz. Okay, you can see here, and let's you can see here output. You can see name Ramlal ji and color black, you can see here. Okay, so you can use two there are two ways to create objects using object constructor, or simple, that is to define the objects. Okay, so we have already learned, we have already studied that what is the function. Okay, so the point is we need to use that function. Okay, function, what is the function? You need to use function keyword. Okay, to define, and then function name xyz, and then parenthesis, and then curly braces, that is the function. Okay, if you want to declare without name function, so you need to define like function without name and then constructor. Or if you want to self invoke function, so you can define inside, and then you can call this. Okay, so I have already discussed in the previous video. If you do have any confusion, so you can watch that video. Okay, so you can get clarity. Okay, so there is a function keyword we need to use. Okay, to define the function, we need to define the function, right? So how to use the function inside the object? Okay, this is the object. Okay, so how to use that? Okay, so there are two or three ways. Okay, so you can use that. Okay, so here what is the value? Here name and color. Okay, so xyz, once we are executing, so output is coming name Ramlalji, color black. Okay, so I want to get the details name and color. Okay, so how can we here xyz, this is the object xyz. So be careful that how to use that function. Okay, how to use that? You can say method actually, na? And there are term method and function. Basically the working is same. Okay, as the working is similar. Okay, function and method, but some people say okay that that is the different function is different, method is different. Okay, so we will discuss in any video that what is the difference between the function and method, but working is just same. Okay, there is no difference between that uh, function is working differently, and method is working differently. No, term is different. Okay, term is different, but working is same. Okay, so here xyz, I want to get the name and color. Okay, so here get pet details. Okay, so here what we are going to do? We are here we are defining what? This is the property like name, like color, that we are defining. Okay, so this is the properties. What is the, you can say property, you can say key. Here object key, what is the object key here? Name, color, and also we are we are defining one more key, get pet details. Okay, so you can say key or you can say property. So what we want to do, we want to use a function function, function. Okay, and we want to get what, we want to get what, a name and color. Okay, so return 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 xyz dot name. You know na that how to access the key and values of the object. Okay, so we need to use variable name, whatever the variable you have assigned that object, and that key, what is the key or what is the property, you can say here name. So once you are accessing xyz dot name, so that value will be accessed. Okay, and then xyz ramlalji plus ramlalji ramlalji has a ramlalji has ramlalji is black. Black means black is the also color na, we have already defined. So here xyz dot color. Okay, here is the key, control V. Okay, so in the previous video we have discussed anonymous function. Okay, anonymous function without, that is the without name function. So here we have we have defining the function here, but there is no name. Okay, so that is the anonymous function. So anonymous function we are defining. Okay, and that anonymous function, what is returning, the properties of the value of name and color. Okay, so how to access the value of the object. Okay, so using that key that we can access of the object value, like that xyz dot name, so this will return ramlalji, and xyz dot color, this will we access the value of the color. Okay, and then this is the anonymous function we are using, and that anonymous function, that is returning the value of the combination of name and color. So here, so also you we have discussed that how to access the anonymous function. So whatever the variable we are using to assign that anonymous function, okay, that value, that variable, and we need to add parenthesis, double parenthesis here. So let's access xyz dot, sorry, xyz dot xyz, what is xyz is the object, and there is a properties get details, but that properties contains anonymous function. So how to access that, get details and parenthesis. Okay, so this, what this will return, a name ramlalji is a black. Okay, so here you can say ramlalji is black, ramlalji space ramlalji ramlalji is black. Okay, means ramlalji has a black color. Okay, so here ramlalji is black, that is the output. Okay, so you can see here na, that how to access, how to define, how to use the function inside using the object. Okay, how to use the function using the object. Okay, in JavaScript. Okay, so there is one way. Okay, there is one way. You first, you have declared or defined the object, and after that you can uh, add one property. Okay, and we can say add one property, or we can say add one key, and that using that key you can define the anonymous function, and that anonymous function return the value. Okay, so like that you can use. There is other way. So you can use you can use the function. Okay, here suppose we are declaring same object, control C, okay, xyz, okay, and I want to use, okay, I want to use here, let's decorate this, okay, I want to use function. Okay, I don't want to use that after declaring the object, okay, after defining object and then we are defining the key, okay, and functions. I don't want, I want to uh, use a function at the declaration time, at the definition time of object. So you can see here, you can add get details, okay, and then colon, and you can define the function, okay. So that is a function, okay, anonymous function. So here that object is defined, okay, and inside that object what we are defining, there are three properties: name, color, and get details. And get details contains function, anonymous function, and that will, once we access the get details, so this will uh, return the name and color, okay. So here console dot, let's copy this, console dot, okay, so this will return same like that earlier, okay. So this is the Ramlalji is black, okay. So there are two ways, okay. You can, you first you need to define the object, and then you can after you can define the properties, and you can use the function like that. Also you at the at the definition time, at the definition time of object, you can add the properties and you can add the function, okay. So this is the way that you can use the objects, okay. And that is the also, this is the we are using what without constructor, okay. We are not using object constructor. So suppose you same, we can add the object constructor here, like here you can say, let's comment this, okay, let's comment this here. Here this is the object constructor you have defined, and here we are defining the property xyz dot name Ramlalji, okay, and then xyz dot color, xyz dot color black, okay, and same we can define xyz dot get details, okay. So we are using object constructor, okay, and then after we are defining the properties, okay, and then we can access get details, okay, here, okay. So now let's see what is the output. Xyz color, okay, so I'm missing something. Xyz color, let's add, sorry, xyz, here xyz dot colon we have used, no need to use colon here. Here also no need to use colon, because we are giving outside of the object, okay. So here let's run. So here Ramlalji is black, output is coming, okay. So this is one way, okay, and then there are another way we can use that, okay. So let's comment this and copy this, okay, control C. Here suppose I don't want to first in generate the object constructor instance, and then I don't want to, I want to use at the declaration at the generate of instance, at the generating of instance time, we want to use this name and color and get details. So how can you use that? So like we need to give name here, okay, name and colon. Okay, xyz, remove that, and here colon, just remove that, and also here. Okay, and then uh, access, control x, control v. Okay, here xyz, here xyz. Okay, so you can see at the declaration time, using object constructor, inside the constructor we are defining the key and properties. Okay, let's run first and then see output. Return statement, what is saying? Return name is not defined. Name. Okay. Actually we are using na, so inside the constructor we cannot use the name. Okay, here because it's before we are like, but it should work na. Why it's not working? uh, Name is color. Okay, so actually this already is not defined and we are using. Okay, so that is saying, okay, return name and can you use console like that? Let's see. console console.log. Actually it's not existing na before the constructor. Okay, name. Okay, that is, so we cannot use the get details. Okay, here. Okay, control x, but we can define the property here, and then we can define xyz dot get details equals to, and now we can return like that. Okay, here, and now we can access here. Okay, so you can see the output. We are using online editor, so that is taking time. Ramlal ji is a black. Okay, now you can see Ramlal ji is a black. Okay, so that is the way. First way, we are using object constructor. Okay, and inside the object constructor we are passing the key and value. Okay, and then after declaring and generating the instance of the object, and we are defining the properties get details, and then you can use function, and you want to whatever the you want to return, that you can return. Okay, and then you can access properties also. I xyz dot property, and if you are using function, so you need to add two parentheses as well. Okay, uh, suppose you have already uh, defined the parameter here, so that suppose here param1. Okay, so you want to add any parameter here, uh, clever, clever. Okay, so now you want to add here Ramlalji black plus and and he is very, and param1 means that value is coming na. So here now let's run. So you can see here Ramlalji is black and he is very clever. Okay, whatever the parameter value you are passing, so that parameter passed here, and then we are accessing like that. Okay, so you can use without parameterize or with parameterize. Okay, it's depend upon you, and it's depend upon the requirement. Okay, so you can using object constructor. Okay, and then after generating the instance of the object constructor, you can add and the details and function. Okay, also you can add the function here, there is no problem. Okay, but that value should be exist. Okay, so here suppose I want to use xyz. Okay, xyz get details function xyz. Okay, and param param1. Okay, so I want to access, let's remove, I want to access get details, so that value will be returned clever. Okay, so here you can see clever. Okay, you are able to access the clever, that value is returning. So you have defined the function inside the parameter or name that is not existing. Okay, that's why they are throwing the error. Okay, name that is not existing. Okay, that is not declared or defined, so that is throwing error. Okay, okay, where first you need to define the name, and then you are declare the name, and then you can use. So you can use a function inside the constructor as well, but that value should be exist, or it should be dynamic. So here function param, and then param we are passing clever, so it will return clever. So that is accessing like xyz get details clever, so that clever is coming here. Okay, that value is printing. So you can use like that. Okay, and you can also define new object, and then you can use xyz not xyz property and details like that. You can also use, you can define statically object like xyz is equal to name color get details whatever is that. Okay, and also you can define static object, and then you can after you can add the properties and function. Okay, so like that you can use. Okay, like that you can use, either you can use this, or either you can use this. Okay, or you can use like that. Okay, so it's depend upon the requirement, and it's depend upon you that how to use the object, and how how much do you have knowledge about the objects. Okay, and how much do you have knowledge about the objects and function. Okay, so it's depend upon the developer that okay how much knowledge. Okay, so you can see na, so same things we are using on different way. Okay, so that is the objects. Okay, using function. Okay, using method, you can say here what you can say, this is the method, and outside of you are using this function, that is called function. Okay, because method is the property of the xyz, so that is the saying method here. Okay, so there are some these way. Okay, these there are some way that how to use the function and objects. Okay, so in JavaScript. Okay, so do you have any questions related to that? So you can add in the comment box. Okay, as well. So and if that video is going to helpful for you, if you are learning something okay unique, so you can add the comment as well, that some motivational word, and you can share with your colleagues that might be they will get help. Okay, so that's all. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.